You shouldn't have been talking shit.
The King's back. Thank y'all for tuning in to the Blake Check. Alright, let's break it down. So, we learned yesterday an update with the Eric Holder Nipsey Hussle murder trial. Eric Holder was supposed to attend another day of trial, but reportedly he got his head cracked before that could happen. You see, a lot of people have been wondering, when was street justice going to kick in for somebody that beloved as Nipsey? When was we going to see the streets get active? Which was why a lot of people had conspiracy theories, but I'm not here to get into that. Shout out to Alex Alonso. He's been on top of this out in LA, Street TV. He got his own channel. Y'all check him out. He's been covering this every day, keeping us all updated. Amazing work. And yeah, man, they said at least 2 guys, possibly 3, attacked Eric Holder while he was in the bullpen waiting to come out to trial. They busted a blood vessel in his eye, as well as he sustained a cut to the back of his head that required 3 stitches. So he definitely is going to have to deal with this for quite some time. I mean, especially because we know he's going to get some time. He's saying that it's not a murder one, it's more of a manslaughter. So they're not even contesting the murder because it's all on video. There's no way he could beat that. So what they're trying to then say now is that he is the killing wasn't premeditated. It was just an impulsive thing that happened, and that it should be a manslaughter charge as opposed to first degree murder, which is you took the time to think it out, plot it out, and come back and kill him. So at the end of the day, we're waiting to see when this goes to the jury, which we're expecting maybe today, possibly tomorrow, and we very well may have a verdict by Friday, Monday, the latest, on all of this. And then of course there'll be the sentencing at a later date. So is all interesting. But man, I just want to say this is something that a lot of young people need to be paying a lot of attention to, right? Because especially those involved in gang life and street activities, because a lot of people like to talk about sliding and doing all these different things, but nobody really focuses on the consequences of certain things and certain choices. You see, Eric Holder, in a sense, I saw Charleston White speaking about this the other day. In a sense, Eric Holder lived out the way that a lot of rappers glorify. Somebody called him a snitch, or at least how he interpreted it as being labeled a snitch. And, he got busy. And unfortunately, it was somebody that we all loved and admired. But this is the behavior that a lot of people who, quote unquote, come from the streets, they stand by and they live by. And people love to promote street life until it don't go their way. So, it's very unfortunate, again, that we lost Nipsey through all of this. But some of these young guys got to understand sometimes these are the consequences behind your behaviors. Like, you end up doing something to the wrong person. Now, you have to live the rest of your life looking over your shoulder and worried about who's trying to get revenge for that person that you did wrong. Who's their loved ones, who's their friends, who's their connections. Like, if he ends up doing 10, 15, 20 or more years, that whole time he's going to be paranoid and having to be concerned about who's coming after me for what I did. And that's for the entire time he's going to be in the prison system, as well as when he comes out afterwards. He probably can't foreseeably live in California because I mean, that paranoia, I'm sure, is probably, you know, paralyzing. Like, everybody who comes around you that's a possible gang member, you don't know what their intentions are, if they're going to pass the word to somebody else. You got to live like you constantly on the run, even if he eventually does see the streets again. So, you know, just understand that, man. These things come with a lot of consequences, and you got to be prepared to deal with the ramifications of all of that when you want to jump out here in this street life, because a lot of people don't tell you that beforehand. Like, yo, when you go put that work in on such and such, he also got a cousin that's a big time up, up top. He also got homies that's going to court that you might have to see. He also got family members that, you know what I mean, might come back and put money on your head and do all types of stuff, and these are the things that aren't often spoken about. And that's why sometimes, man, living a square life is A-okay. You heard? But that's just, a little food for thought. Y'all do the dishes. Thank y'all for tuning in. And again, we're going to see how this all plays out and how much time he ends up getting. But them boys got to him, delivered a little bit of street justice, and we'll see what's next. I'll keep y'all posted, especially when the jury makes their decision. And we're going to be posted and waiting to see what happens next. I can't wait to see the pictures from when he comes out to court today. That's going to be interesting. All right, man. It's King Blake. Once again, I'm out of here.